Hey, good morning, everyone. If you're like me, I'd say the start to this summit today has been absolutely awesome. The speakers, the presentations, the notes that were taken out, I'd just say thank you to everyone on that. But hey, it's a great day to be at Lambeau Field, and I'd like to start out by saying congratulations to the New North on the 20th anniversary. I mean, it's a milestone achievement. I know we've all heard others say it, but it's actually incredible to be part of that with the New North. I'd like to congratulate Barb Lemieux and her entire team. If you think about the tireless work, the speakers we've had up here this morning, the New North team contributes to that, right? They help continue to position our region with dynamic leaders, right? Crossing with our education partners to put us in a position to be on the leading edge to drive initiatives that everybody in this room wins with. So I'd just say thank you again. As we look at a new addition to the summit this year, USI is proud to partner with Insight Publications to recognize the 40 under 40 recipients for the New North region. The 2025 honorees were, the 2025 honorees, were chosen from 150 individuals that a committee of 40 were selected. Last week, Insight Publications hosted their event at the Art Garage featuring the Portraits of Success. I was at the event, and I would say these portraits were absolutely cool, hanging out. And you think about the evening was filled with recognition. The evening was filled with networking, good people, and a lot of fun. The recipients heard from Dave Voss from Myron Construction. And Dave had challenged all of the honorees. He had made one big challenge out there that says, be ready to take the torch from the generations that were before you. Thank you to Insight Publications for recognizing these exceptional leaders and their contributions to the New North region. At this time, I would like to ask all of our 40 under 40 honorees that are with us, either from this year or the past, if you could stand at this time. And if you're sitting at the table with one of the honorees, what I would ask is find them during a networking break. We're here at the summit. Let's pick their brain. Let's build this thing together. One of the core values that USI has is investing in the communities we live and work. And an item that we do as part of that value is we host an annual Leaders Forum event. And we're going to be right back here on June 18th here at Lambeau Field. We have a dynamic group of speakers that are going to be part of that presentation, headlined by Alec Ingold, one of Green Bay's own, the Bayport graduate. Alec's a two-time nominee for the Walter Payton Man of the Year, and he's a current fullback for the Miami Dolphins. So Alec's going to be talking about winning on and off the field, and you're going to leave that conversation feeling really good that you're going to get after it. We got Barbara Koldos coming here from the New North. Barbara's going to be talking about the macroeconomic challenges that are facing our region. Right, there's some definite headwinds that we're all going to be dealing with in the coming months, and she's going to help navigate through with her world travel and a partnership with the New North. And then Aaron Sadoff is the 18th president of Marian University. What you'll find out with Aaron, the minute he walks in the room, he changes it for the right. He's incredibly positive, and Aaron's going to be talking about the power of positivity at our summit. So the only ask we make is that our attendees, and everyone, right, we'd love to see you. If you come, what we would say is come with a growth mindset. Come with a growth mindset and get one thing away that you can take and incorporate into your personal life, into your business or your organization. So enough about me and enough about me telling you about the event. What I want to do is say thank you to New North, thank you to Insight Publications, and I want to show a quick video here so you can get an insight from Alec Ingold direct on what to expect. So thank you, and let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Missy Hughes, Secretary and CEO of the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation.
Good morning, New North. It's so good to see you all. I'm Missy Hughes. I'm the Secretary and CEO of the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, and I'm here to talk with you a little bit about the partnership that WEDC and New North have. But first, I'd like to share a video.
Hey there, New North. Thank you for inviting me to share a video message with all of you for this year's summit. First and foremost, I want to take a moment to thank Barb Lemieux for her dedication and service to our state and congratulate her on a very well-deserved retirement. And congratulations to New North on 20 years. This group represents folks from darn near every field and industry from across the region, and the collective impact of your work here in Northeast Wisconsin has been incredible. That's thanks to the strong partnership and connections formed by the dedicated partners here today, from the largest businesses to local service organizations and community advocates. My administration is proud to be a partner in this work. Together, we're working to build a 21st century workforce and infrastructure needed to support a 21st century economy here in Wisconsin and the Northeast region. We're working to expand access to job training, reducing barriers to employment, supporting local workforce development initiatives while trying to lower the cost of childcare to make sure parents can stay in our workforce. We're working to expand access to quality, affordable housing for working families and invest in public education at every level to prepare our state for the future. All of these things are critical for a strong, robust economy. It's about connecting the dots, which is something New North does incredibly well. Thanks to New North, the area has attracted over 13,000 new residents in the last 3 years, strengthened its talent pipeline, and seeing business and entrepreneurial growth. And as a state in 2024, Wisconsin had lots of exciting news that New North was part of. From Microsoft expanding in Wisconsin to our designation as a regional tech hub, the future of Wisconsin is bright thanks to your collaborative, innovative work. So let's continue to build on this good work in the year ahead. With that, thank you for having me and congratulations on 20 years. Here's the 20 more. Thank you.
So as the governor said, our role is to assist in creating an economy where every Wisconsinite has the opportunity to thrive. And of course we do that by partnering with our regions around the state, and no region is a greater partner than New North. This past year, we've seen community development investment grants in Fond du Lac, Shawano, Wapaka. We've been able to support the village of Bondwell with a Thrive Rural grant. We're working with Sheboygan County Economic Development Corporation to support entrepreneurs in Sheboygan and make sure they have the opportunity to succeed. We are thrilled to be able to support companies as they consider expansion, whether it's Allegiant Air or Rosewood Dairy, Sargento, or Fermented Food Holdings. We really work all around the region to do everything we can to make sure that the work you're doing as community leaders is supported and even bigger and brighter than you expected. We were very, very excited. I'm very excited to have been able to partner with Microsoft and Titletown Tech and the Packers to expand Titletown Tech down to the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee and really extend the reach of the incredible work that Titletown Tech is doing. And this year, I'm very happy to be able to tell you that we have 2 new representatives on the board of the Wisconsin Economic Development Directors. I didn't say that right. On the board of directors for the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, Senator Jamie Wall from Green Bay is one of our legislative representatives on the board, and Pamela Boivin is our incredible newly elected board chair for the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, a member of the Menominee Nation, a small business owner, and just an incredible leader, and we're so thrilled to be able to have her serve as our chair. But really, what I want to do is talk about Barb. When I joined WEDC a few years ago, 5.5 years ago at this point, Barb had just left. She had just left me on my own to come to New North. And she has served as a mentor for me for the last 5.5 years. I came from dairy. I came from working for farmers for 17 years. I didn't know that much about economic development, and she was an incredible leader and mentor for me. As soon as I came in, Barb said, "Missy, we've got workforce challenges, we've got housing challenges, we've got childcare challenges, we've got broadband, we got work to do. Let's go." And I was like, absolutely. Someone just called broadband Barb to me the other day. And I was like, okay, that's the first time I've heard that, and it is absolutely true. Barb has been a leader in making sure that we have the infrastructure that we need across the state, and especially in the New North region, to be able to support economic development. But I have a few lessons that I'd like to share with you that I've learned from Barb over the years, and I'm sure you'll be able to relate to many of them. First thing, if you're sleepy when you're driving, chew gum. Barb used to drive from Madison to Green Bay. When Barb worked at WEDC, she commuted from Madison to Green Bay and would drive often, and she said, Missy, if you get tired driving, chew gum. When I used to get back to Green Bay, my jaw would be tired from chewing gum. But she wanted to come back to New North. She didn't want to stay down in Madison. She wanted to be back with her family. But indeed, the truth is, you do need to sleep sometimes. And Barb would happen to sleep in Madison at the WEDC offices. And I found out that she would pull out the couch in her office and she would put it in front of the door so that nobody could come in. And we had some folks who would come in really early in the morning and they would find Barb in her office, sleeping on her couch in front of the door. I'm like, okay, I'm not sleeping in the office. I got news for you guys, and I haven't. But there are much more serious lessons that I've learned from Barb. First off, make it look easy. If there's anybody in the universe that works incredibly hard and makes things happen, it's Barb, but she always makes it look easy. And I want to talk a little bit about the NFL draft. We've heard about this from a couple speakers today, but I want to give you a little bit more flavor to what happened. Back in about November, December, Barb called me and she said, Missy, I want to do something around the draft. And the truth of the matter is, the NFL draft is this massive, massive event, right? We all experienced it. It was incredible. But it's hard to really identify what's the economic development win from something like the NFL draft. Of course, huge impact, but is there a win that can be derived from it? Barb said, I want to bring a group of site selectors to Wisconsin. I want to show them what we can do. I was like, all right, Barb, have at it. You're in charge. Barb brought together site selectors, and we spent 2.5 days with them. They spent time out in the regions, and then they came to the draft and experienced that. We were able to sit with them, have coffee, have beers, talk to them about the great things in Wisconsin. And each and every one of those site selectors was like, this is completely different than anything we've experienced. This is amazing what you did. And that's great. You can get lots of compliments and things like that. But I was just talking with the Regional Economic Development Director from the center of the state, and she explained to me, Missy, I have 30 leads from those visits. I have 30 exact things that I can follow up on, companies that I'm working with who are interested in coming to Wisconsin because of that. And that's the type of real metric that Barb drives, the real big idea turned into something that is exactly what can happen. One of the site selectors said to me at the event, Missy, I really didn't think that the site that I was looking at in Wapaka was going to work. I wasn't really into it, but when I came here, I was able to rent a car, I drove down, I checked it out, and I'm going back to my client, and I'm telling them that the Wapaka site works and that we should make this happen. Now, he was a Bears fan, but we're going to let it go. The other things that I've learned from Barb include stand up for what you believe in. Barb has worked tirelessly in the last few years to make sure that the New North region has the diversity, the interesting folks be here, the businesses, all of that. She really believes in the idea that different perspectives are incredibly important, and making sure that we're welcoming to all is incredibly important. There was a moment a few years ago when New North at the summit invited a young person to come and sing the Star-Spangled Banner and supported her with an honorarium. That young woman went to cash that check, and the bank wasn't willing to cash the check without a couple double checks and make sure everything's working okay. And Barb called me up and she was like, Missy, I am so mad. I would not have wanted to been that bank teller standing between Barb and that young woman being able to cash that check and go on the trip that she was planning. So Barb is always standing up for what she believes in. The next lesson I want to share, never, ever, ever doubt the ability of Wisconsin to play on the global stage. Barb thinks big. She knows that we can accomplish things all around the world. A few months ago, I had the opportunity to travel to China and to Germany as part of trade missions for the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation. We took 2 companies and the dairy farmers of Wisconsin with us to China. We went to Hannover Messe in Germany with the governor, with Barbara Koldos, with folks from the New North region, and we were able to see the opportunities that are offered to Wisconsin. But what was key about that, in a time of upheaval, in a time of a bit of chaos, this was end of March, beginning of April, we were able to be in these countries extending Wisconsin's hands, shaking our hands and saying, we are here to be partners with you, we want to keep working with you. Despite global conversations and things like that, Wisconsin is ready to do business with you, and we're excited to do business with you. And it was an incredible opportunity at an incredible time to be able to be there. Just Tuesday night, we had a delegation from China come to visit us in Wisconsin. This is from our sister state, Heilongjiang, which is in northern China, and the vice governor came. I had met him when I was in China, and he came to visit Wisconsin. They could have chosen not to come. They could have chosen to stay, to say, we're not going to extend our hand, but they said, absolutely, we want to come to Wisconsin. We want to see what's happening there. We want to learn more. We want to create this relationships. The first thing the vice governor said to me when I saw him for dinner on Tuesday night was, I want to do a festival in Heilongjiang. I want to do it about Wisconsin food. And I was like, all right, we're all in. Let's go. Let's have some fun and let's do it. But that's the opportunity we have as Wisconsinites to continue to play on the global stage. And it's leaders like Barb that tell us we need to do these things and make it happen. The theme of today's summit is about resiliency. And if there's anyone that's taught me more about resiliency, it's Barb. But Barb's definition of resiliency, as it reflects on me, and as I think about it, is planning for the future. It's not necessarily reacting to something that's happening and bouncing back. It's saying, how do we predict what's happening in the future? How do we plan for it? How do we get ready for it? Barb is incredibly optimistic about Wisconsin's future and always thinking about what can we do next? How can we be ready? What's going to happen? Let's go. It is absolutely Barb's mantra to always think about the future in a way that will be successful and manifesting that future. In the spirit of that, WEDC is so thrilled to be delivering to your home in Door County a beautiful apple tree that will grow into the future, beautiful Honeycrisp apples for you to enjoy with your grandchildren, and know that we're thinking about the future the way that you taught us to think about the future. The last lesson that I have from Barb is an incredibly important one, and you've seen some of that already. It's building a team, and building a great team. At WEDC, we continue to have folks that Barb brought on that work for Wisconsin that represent that greatness, and I'm so thrilled to be able to work with Jim Rosenberg and Nalita Sanchez and John Bartz. You all know them, but many others that Barb brought into WEDC and continue to build the great team at the state level. But what I want to do right now is invite Barb's great team from New North up here to celebrate Barb. Thank you so much.
Okay, this was not in the script. This was not.
We have a little gift for Barb. Mary, you want to explain what it is real quick? Yes.
You want me to explain it?
Yes, you explain it. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so we did not listen to Barb when she said, please don't make a big deal today, but truly you've heard it all already. She is an incredible woman, an incredible leader, and we've been so blessed. It's very bittersweet to see her moving on to the next chapter. But she's talked a lot about her golf game apparently getting better, and Mark Murphy told her that just use the hybrid, it's going to go well. And we know that you ordered a new set of clubs, and it is on behalf of the board that we are gifting you those clubs so that you can enjoy retirement and get a lot of good use out of that driver. So thank you, Barb, for all you've done for us, and best wishes as you go into the future.
Thank you so much.
I didn't even throw Jillian under this.
Oh my God. Again, this summit was not supposed to be about me. It's about this phenomenal region that I have been so blessed to serve. I love you all. We have a lot more work to do, and thank you to the great minds in this room. We're going to get it done. So I want to thank you all. And when I was talking about starting my business and my boards that I wanted to serve, honey, I forgot to mention, I kind of picked out a yellow lab puppy. So anyway, all right. Thank you all so much. And we're going to move on to the show.